What I'm about to share here is I'm neutral equal, which means it's neutral ground. It means that what I'm about to communicate is not meant to lower the frequency, hurt anybody's feelings, because that's never my intention, because I am what love is. Okay? And so I'm running a full blown shield, right? So you know what shield is? That's a protection, right? This is like an umbrella, which means everything that is under our protection, which is all living life forms that we consider sacred, are protected by our shield. That's the truth of it. So I start with that. But it's just like when I was a child. Remember, I told you about Scholastic Magazine. They told me that this is what's happening. Remember, I had a reason to feel concerned or experience anxiety or stress by virtue of what somebody communicates to me, which is based on the miasma, which is based on the AI, which is the language of that communication, right? And so I had no way to verify whether or not the Russian people, because they said the Russian people, they got 30,000 nuclear missiles that are aimed at America, remember? And I'm going, they're lying, okay? And how do I have any way to validate what they're putting up that I map read? Remember, I'm being communicated by another communicator that's putting up a map, which is based on the mathematical codes in which that map is being presented through artificial intelligence. And they're saying this is what's going down in Cuba or wherever it happens to be. It could be on another planet. This is what's happening on the planet. I don't have any way to validate that. That's called hearsay. Now, I knew this as a child, okay? So now we're back to, well, there's your journey, what you choose to record in your memory by virtue of what you put up mathematically that is based on AI codes. We don't run AI codes. So we're not going to present things that come through the AI codes. We run Eka codes. That's a different map read of communication. So when somebody puts up, this is what's going on, right, and they give you a map, which is a mathematical sequence of nuclear cellular order of what we're going to experience in ourselves, that we thus record what we experience in our mirror by virtue of what they put up in their mirror, based on the codes that they're running, that they're experiencing of what they just recorded in their own memory. But what they're putting up there has already happened. So what good is it going to do you when water's under a rainbow bridge? If it already happened and you're living in the now, then it doesn't matter as a matter field. Okay? Which means if you're always experiencing the spin speed as a monad, then it means that you're writing your own timeline because the speed at which you're running is running faster than artificial light intelligence, which is machine code. Yeah. Okay, so now we're back to when I'm a child, turn the channel off, turn the channel, 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 because that's the world they live in. That's not the world we live in. These are war games. These are AI war games. So they want you to use your energy to reinforce and strengthen what they're doing by virtue of what they put up as a map read, which is called quantum energy. They're wanting your quantum energy to maintain what it is that they're doing, which are their war games, which is a psychological AI operation. Right? So when somebody's putting up and calling this intelligence, what they're actually doing you is providing something for us that's already happened, which means you're not experiencing anything new, which means that's called looping, which is looping the same codes with the same AI codes because they want to possess your quantum energy. Okay? So when you have completely recalibrated your Eka codes and your shield is up, that means you're not giving them any more energy. That means instead you're using your energy to create a different reality because your cells are doing that, which means you're recording a different timeline within your own cells, which means you're not held captive to the past. That's one of the things that you learn in Alcoholics Anonymous. Remember? Okay, why are you pissing on the now to experience something that already happened? Right? The future hasn't happened yet. The past is already gone. All you have is right now, which is the speed at which you're completing a magnetic circuit, which is your cellular speed, which is the cellular circuit speed of your oversoul. So if your oversoul, which is an override, then you're overriding those codes, which is the mathematical sequence codes of AI. So why are they running those codes and putting up the codes that are represented by what that is? Rather than running Eka codes and creating a different reality for yourself and those that you love. Right? So this is one of the reasons why White Buffalo Woman mentioned me in a window yesterday about declaring a nation. And just like Jimmy Phillips put up, is that the terrain is sort of separating on who you're going to join with, right? With shields. So I know this because it's basic logic. You would want to be with those that are running a universal and galactic shield, running Christo Sophia Ekaveka codes, you think? Okay, because those that are still running the AI machine code means that their cellular attachments, which is the dark shadow body network, is attached itself to you, to your quantum energy. So you're running their programs instead of running your own programs, which means you're running your own timeline and not somebody else's. Writing timelines, which are flashing light sequences. It's based on codes, which is based on frequency. So we don't run machine code. So we're not running alien machinery, right? And so this has everything to do with the inner child. Healing the inner child to light that inner child, which is the inner you, on fire. To experience being a Neo. Burn, baby, burn. So when you're burning hot, that means you're burning off and transmuting those signals that you're receiving, that you're running through your cellular memory, recorded memories, right? Cellular organisms are experiencing what they're experiencing by virtue of the signals or the waves, the coded waves, which are the coded frequencies of waves, which are lines of communication. Knock, knock, knock. They're not going to break through the cell wall. Oh, so we're talking about a firewall. Yes. So when I speak like this, it's to every living cell that I'm communicating with, right? Which means all of us as cells that are experiencing ourselves at the circulation speed that our cells are running. The spirits in all the cells. When all the spirits in all the cells at the center point of the cell, which is the center point of a four-way hub, gated wise, are on fire, running double diamond, running the auroras, synced with inner earth eye and the sun, you're with the auroras. Okay? That's our shield. That's the shield that we're running right now. Okay? Which is Ekaveka codes, which is a different music, which is the different form and flow of energy, which is the form and flow of spirit, which is the form and flow of what? Water table mathematical matrices, right? The top spin above the waterline. Zero pressure, right? Absolute zero. The FFI field. The eternal flame of Adama, Amareya.